Good morning, class.
Good morning.
Today we're going to be talking about adding and subtracting fractions with common denominators. And to start out for a warm-up, the other day we talked about an introduction to fractions, so I'm going to have you get out your iPads and we're going to do a little warm-up on the EDUC220 elementary math app. And you're going to go to, there's two apps, there's a 5th grade one and an elementary one, so make sure it's the elementary one. You're going to go down to 4th grade math. And you're going to hit the play button, and it's going to give you a little 10-question quiz just on the basics. You want to go to fractions and decimals once you're in there. And then go to Introduction to Fractions. And it's just going to be a little review from what we learned in previous class. And it's just basic fraction knowledge. Fractions and decimals. You just click on the answer. Alright, while you guys are practicing, it actually keeps track of how many you get right. So once everyone gets 3 checks, then I'll come around and make sure everyone has 3 checks on their answers. You can keep going while yours finished up. Alright, now we're going to transition to actually adding and subtracting fractions with common denominator. So this is going to be new for you guys, but start here with just some basics again. So just another review of fractions. So who can come up and identify the numerator and denominator of the fraction that's over here on the whiteboard? So you're going to come up, you're going to circle the numerator and underline the denominator. Good job. So just remember our numerator is on top and our denominator is on the bottom of the fraction. And it's going to be important because you're going to, whenever you add and subtract these fractions, you're going to want to identify like denominators. So both fractions need to have the same denominator whenever you're adding them together. Alright, so who can come up and show me the greatest common factor for the fraction 4/12? Alright, good job. Yeah, the greatest common factor is 4, so the fraction is reduced then to 1/3. Alright, so first things first. Today we're going to learn how to subtract fraction, or add and subtract fractions with a common denominator. And a common denominator is again a shared denominator by all fractions in the problem. An example would be 4/5 and 2/5, and they share the common denominator of 5. So our first step, we're going to check the denominators, make sure they're the same. If the denominator is the same, then you're going to add the numerators together. And it's that simple. You put the sum of the numbers over the common denominator, and then you're going to reduce the fraction. So a quick example would be 2/9 plus 9. And so we check our denominators are the same, so they're both going to be over 9, and then we just add our numerators, which gives us 3/9, and then we're going to reduce it to give us 1/3, and then that's our final answer. So it's as easy as that. I have some practice questions with you guys where we're actually going to use these clickers, and you'll be able to answer, and we'll make sure you guys are understanding. So 5/6 plus 3/6.